When you say people are atheists or they don't believe in any religion, we have to understand the reasons. I think there are primarily two reasons why um, this is becoming very common now. Number one, instead of actually understanding religions, people try to understand religion through the followers of the religion. And when they find that the followers of a particular religion are doing something wrong, then they blame the religion for that. This happens even, for example, if we talk about Islam, it's very common in countries where um, the religion is practiced or is being taught in a very strict way, which leads people away from the religion. And instead of blaming that approach of how the religion is basically taught or practiced, they start blaming the religion itself. So that is a major mistake that people can make, and they're actually making. And the other, the reason is that most religions um, bring some kind of boundaries and some kind of restrictions, and people are not willing to accept any boundaries and restrictions in their lives. They just want to do whatever they feel is right for them, and they want to have that freedom to actually decide, and they don't want any restrictions. And therefore, it is very easy to say that, I'm an atheist and I don't believe any religion. There is actually a third reason as well, and that is basically people try to understand God and religion through mind. And of course, it is not possible to understand God and religion through the mind. And the reason is very simple, because on the one hand, you have limited knowledge. On the other hand, you have something which is complete, and you can't understand that something which is complete, which is God, through limited knowledge, incomplete knowledge. Now, through the practices, basically through the Sufi practices, it is possible that we can help these people. How? I think the understanding of the religion, and especially if I talk about Islam, the understanding of the religion, instead of um, coming in the form of only certain rules and regulations, it comes through the 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 essence or the spirit of the religion, which is basically spirituality. So when you do the Sufi practices, then of course this relationship between you and God is not about sins and punishment, and it's about love, and so that whole approach makes it easier to have a connection with the religion and to understand it better. And then, as I said, when you develop your heart, and then it is easier for you to understand God, and because it will then be your experience, personal experience, which will help you understand God, and then the importance of religion, and all importance of all the restrictions that the religion brings. So it may not be very, I mean, it's not easy, because I think more people are following that path. But with our experience, we have very clearly seen that people who are, for example, born Muslims who were led away from Islam because of the conditions in which they were brought up. And at the same time, people who were not Muslims and who had basically all kinds of apprehensions and misconceptions about Islam, they were able to understand Islam better when they did the practices. So it's basically, as you say, proof of the pudding is in the eating. So it has been proven that when you do Sufi practices sincerely, then it is possible that you change your ideas about religion and God, and you approach it in a very different way, which is basically the positive or right approach to understand and to be able to understand God and to be able to um, um, uh, follow religion, because this understanding is something which clears, or which basically removes all the veils and all the misconceptions about God and religion, and then becomes very natural, very easy. And we have so many examples. Many people who are sitting right now listening to this answer, they know, they have experienced this. So um, I think one of the um, best ways to basically understand Islam is through Sufi practices.